Breaking Through by Brenda Smith. Chapter 6, Textbook Learning. How to summarize some more specifics. Remember your purpose. Be brief. You need to be concise. You're condensing information. Underline key ideas in the text, meaning main ideas, major details, and key terms. Begin with a general statement, which is the main idea that unites the key major ideas together. Include key ideas that support your general statement, the major details. Link these ideas in sentences and show their significance, meaning make sure that it links together appropriately. So use conjunctions, and, therefore, nevertheless, however. Otherwise, it's going to be so choppy. 1, 2, 3, first, second, third. Put those conjunctions in there so you have a better flow to your summary. Delete irrelevant, trivial, and redundant information, meaning minor information, minor details. Throw it all out. It is a distraction, and in order to condense, you have to delete something, so you need to delete the minor details. Use your own words to show your understanding of the material. Remember, don't cut and paste. Make sure you use your own words and understanding of that material. It will help you in memorizing, and it will help you avoid plagiarism. Outlining, the fourth learning textbook activity. When you're outlining, you're going to be using letters, numbers, and indentations to show levels of importance. Roman numerals mark main idea points. Letters indicate supporting details. Look at this simple outline. Roman numeral 1 is the main idea. You write a complete sentence. A is an apple is the major supporting detail of that paragraph, and then 1 and 2 represent the minor details of that paragraph. So you can have many major details, A, B, C, D, and you can have many minor details, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, under the A, B, C, Ds. So this can be pretty long for each paragraph, but you need to repeat this step for every single paragraph. This represents only one paragraph, not one essay. You only have one main idea per paragraph, so you're only going to have one Roman numeral. Okay, and the second paragraph will be Roman numeral 2, and you'll repeat it again with the ABC and the 1, 2, 3. This is fabulous before you write an essay, but also you can do this after you read material, because if you can write an outline, you know the material flat. It's a great study technique, because if you've got an outline, you've really got the material down. So you can use it before you write, or you can use it from after you read, and both will help you organize your thoughts and memorize the material more. How to outline, some more specifics. Be brief and to the point. Make sure you are not going on and on. The idea of an outline is to be straight to the point. Use phrases instead of sentences, and that will cut down on time also. Record main points, meaning main ideas and major details. Include key explanatory words, meaning key terms that you may or may not know, but you know will be on the test. Make sure that vocabulary is within your outline. Leave out the insignificant details, meaning the minor details. Don't put in all the minor details if you don't have to. You can if you like, but you don't have to. If you have an ABC already for the major details, maybe it's just do a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 under the ABC. You don't have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a lot of details. So make sure you keep it more concise and to the point. Otherwise, you're going to get a bit overwhelmed with the outlining process. Mapping, our fifth and final textbook learning activity. For mapping is the visual representation of your ideas, so it's way more exciting to look at than a simple outline. It's usually for more of the creative mind or those that are in marketing and showing a visual presentation of material. Mapping visually condenses material to show relationships. Mapping places important topics in a central location. It connects major points and supporting details in a visual display. And mapping shows degrees of importance. So it's not anywhere as detailed as an outline because it's a visual representation. Usually you have boxes or you have squares or circles. It's very pretty. You can use it on a PowerPoint. You can use it in Word. You can use it on a big chart that you hold up to the class, but it's not as detailed. And so when you want to outline and have detail, you need to use an outline ABC 1, 2, 3. But if you're just trying to give a visual representation of the material, a map can be a great way to do that, and it's a little bit more creative. How to map, some more specifics. Draw a circle in the middle of a page and write the topic in that circle. Write main ideas on lines radiating from that circle. Write the significant details, meaning the major details, on the lines attached to each main idea. So you can tell from the little graph I have here that it's not super specific. It's really just a big overview of what's going on in that paragraph or what is even going on in that essay. So it's not specific. So when professors ask you to outline, traditionally they mean ABC 1, 2, 3, not a map. However, you can always ask your professor if you can map instead because you're more of a visual learner. But just keep in mind that it won't be as detailed and may not help you as much to write an essay than if you do a traditional outline. Lecture notes. Make sure you're taking lecture notes in your lectures and also make sure you review your notes after the lecture. I have a lot of students that make beautiful lecture notes and they never look at them again. So that is obviously against the point, right? So when you're taking lecture notes, use marginal notes to emphasize main points. Okay, so make sure you're writing little notes on that side of that paper to emphasize what's really important and what's not important. Allow room to write. So make your little notes on the left-hand column and on the right side of the page, on the right side of that faint red line of your lined paper, then you can write your sentences out just like you're doing a summary. Write on only one side of the paper. Don't scatter it around because otherwise you're going to look at it later and go, what the heck does this mean? You won't be able to follow your own notes. And compare your notes with those of other students. This is a great way to learn and review. That's why study groups are very important for test taking because you want to talk about what all of your interpretations of that lecture and material are before you go in to take that test. Then you have everybody's point of view and you can see if it's right or wrong against the knowledge that you already have. Summary points. What did we learn in this chapter? What is annotating? Remember, annotating is marking up your text while you read, highlighting, underlining, making notes, and being consistent. What is the Cornell method of note-taking? Well, note-taking is such an important skill, and Cornell came up with a really great method where you use all key terms and ideas on the left-hand side of the page, on the left side of that red line, and then you write your sentences on the right side of the page. That makes everything very clear and consistent for review at a later time. What is a summary? Summary is condensing information into sentences and paragraphs. Sentence 1 will be your main idea. The following sentences will be the major details of that particular paragraph. So you have it in paragraph form using conjunctions to paste all those sentences together for flow. What is an outline? Outlining is when you use a Roman numeral for your main idea, A, B, C for your major details, and 1, 2, 3 for your minor details. And it shows you exactly what's going to be in that essay or exactly what was in that written material that you reviewed. It's a great place to start before you write an essay, and it's a great way to review information after you read it so you can look at it later before you take that test. What is mapping? Mapping is a visual representation of material. So it's like an outline, but it's visual. It's prettier, but it's also not as detailed. So typically you only have some main ideas and some major details, nothing minor. So it's very pretty to look at, but not as functional as a traditional outline. So make sure you ask your professor what they want because mapping may not be appropriate for that particular class. Visit the companion website for Breaking Through by Brenda Smith. Go to www.ablongman.com /Smith and click on More Activities and Assignments to further review this information.